If I was starting print on demand from scratch, I would do 3 very simple things. The first is I would build my own store on a place like Shopify. The second is I would utilize social media marketing to make sales. And the third would be creating very basic designs. This is because basic designs sell. However, if this here is what the design that you are thinking of in terms of a basic design is, then you are not understanding what I am saying. In the video today, I'm not only going to do a design tutorial for you, but I'm going to walk you through exactly what I am planning to launch with a new print-on-demand store. This is going to be a new series here on the channel where not only do I talk about the designs, but also the store and the actual marketing that I am going to be doing. So make sure to follow along. If you do need more help, I do have a free print-on-demand course. It's called POD for Dummies. Down in the description is a link for you to sign up and access over 30 videos showing you how to build your store and get started with social media marketing. And like I said, it is completely free. There is a link down in the description. In a moment, we're going to talk through the actual product that I would build a store around. Here on my channel, I have done a bunch of product reviews. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more unique for your store, definitely make sure to check some of those out. For the sake of this new store that I am thinking through, what I am really leaning towards is opening a store that specializes in all over print apparel. All over print apparel is amazing because not only can you design all over the product, but they are oftentimes going to be much higher quality than a non all over print product. For the sake of this store, what I'm talking about creating is an all over print hoodie store where again, I'm going to be able to design all over the hoodie. This is going to allow me to create much better designs, and I'm still going to be able to lean heavily into the mindset that simple sells. As we go through the video today, that will make more sense as you see some of the designs that I'm talking about creating. And in a lot of cases, these are going to be items that I'm going to be able to profit over $20 in profit per sale, which is obviously much better than if I was selling other types of apparel that are not all over print. And the store that I am thinking about is actually going to be a niche-based store. I am going to be choosing a specific passion or hobby that people have, and I'm going to be building a store around this. An example of this would be something like hunting or fishing or even motorcycles. And for all over print hoodies, I'm talking about doing something like this here. Now, the niche that I'm considering is not this same thing here, but the design concepts that we're going to be demonstrating in this video today are going to be very similar to these. These are basically a perfect example of simple sells. The point though is that this is an all over print hoodie where the store owner is able to still create some sort of a design on the chest that becomes a simple design, but they are designing the entire product. You can see here that they have multiple colors of the same design. There is a little bit of a grunge pattern around it. As we scroll through the rest of the store, we can see that same design style repeated with lots of different chest designs. The point though is that you are creating a much cooler design. When people say that simple sells, this is what they mean. They don't mean something like this that I showed you earlier. This here is an example of simple sells. These are all over print hoodies with a design on the chest, but the store owner was able to do something cool on the sleeves and on the hood and ultimately sell this hoodie here for almost $50. To launch this new store, I would have between 4 to 8 of these designs. What I could also do is I could come up with 4 different designs that would go on a chest, and then like this store did here, come up with different backgrounds to put them on. So I could basically have this design on a chest with 4 different backgrounds. I could also create a design like this and have 4 separate backgrounds, a design like this, 4 separate backgrounds, and then finally a 4th design like this here with 4 different backgrounds, basically giving me a total of 16 designs on the store. Now, obviously, as time goes on, I would want to have more than 16, but that would be the minimum that I might shoot for if I was just doing 4 simple designs on a chest with 4 different backgrounds. For the designs, we're actually going to be using Kittl, mainly because they have a lot of really great AI tools, which I will demonstrate in a moment. They also have a lot of different presets in here, so if we click on print on demand, we could actually select a preset for some all over print products. As you scroll through as well, they have a lot of other things in here as well. For the sake of this video, we are just going to select a simple shirt template because all all we're doing is trying to create the graphic that's going to go on the chest of our hoodie. The other thing that we're going to be doing is creating a graphic that we can place on the sleeves of the hoodies as well. We're going to be using Kittle to generate those vectors that we can easily place onto our designs. Down in the pinned comment of this video, I do have an awesome discount code for you if you wanted to get a great savings on a Kittle plan. That way you could use it to use tools like what I'm going to demonstrate in this video. Now, Kittle also has a lot of these templates as well, which you totally could use. You could create something like one of these items here. You could then customize the text inside of it. You could change the style as well, and you could use that for the chest of your design if you wanted to. For the sake of this video though, I am going to be keeping things extremely simple, and then I'm going to be using the background of the all over print hoodie to create a little bit more depth and a little bit of a cooler product. Right here under the Kittle AI button, we can actually begin generating different vectors from within Kittle. Right here is a place where you can type in what you want. To show you how this works, I will just type something in. I'm going to say a person riding a motorcycle, and we're going to click on generate image. And here is what Kittle generated for us. Now, obviously this is not what we want, and I intentionally generated something that was not what we wanted to show you a mistake that a lot of people make. Over here on the left is a place where you can choose different styles of your image. You can also click right here on the styles tab and you can choose a different style. Essentially here, if you don't choose a style, you're going to get a photorealistic image like this, which is not going to be great for a design like what we are creating. What I typically do is select vector over here on the left, and then again you can choose from a different shape or style over here. This is ultimately going to give you this look here, and it's going to make your design look a lot better than a photorealistic version like we just saw. So for the sake of this video, again, let's select a style and click generate image again. You can see now that Kittle has generated us a silhouette of somebody riding on a motorcycle. Technically, something like this here could go on the front of a hoodie, very similar to this here. You could then come up with some sort of text to go underneath the vector and then figure out something to put in the background of your hoodie. Off camera, I was generating a few different things. I came up with this graphic here for the motorcycle niche. It says the word ride, however the D though looks like a motorcycle. This is going to go straight across our chest. I also used Kittle AI to generate this image here. This is going to go right up on the shoulder of our sleeve. Now, the print on demand supplier we are going to use for this hoodie is going to be called Subliminator. This is a product I've reviewed here on my channel. It's going to cost us $34, including the shipping. Many print on demand stores are selling hoodies like this for over $50, and that means we're likely going to be quite profitable on this. If we go ahead and click start designing, we can upload our graphics from Kittle, as well as input a background color right inside of Subliminator. Remember, we have this graphic here, as well as this graphic right here. This here is what the template is going to look like. You can see that we have a template piece for the front of the hoodie. We have a spot for the back, the sleeves, the front pocket, and the hood. Now, what we're going to want to do here is click upload image and get that graphic from Kittle into the chest. We're going to want to do the same thing on the sleeves here. You can see inside of here, there's also a place for us to add a background layer. So let's say that we wanted to make our sleeves a bright red like this. We could do that. We could do the same thing with green or blue or really whatever color that we wanted to. If we wanted to have some sort of a digital camo print like this here, obviously we would need a file like that, and then you would simply just click on add here and upload that image in. Now, I have just gone in and added our chest graphic. I've also made the front of the hoodie and the back of the hoodie a gray color like this. I have also made the sleeves black and thrown our USA flag with the motorcycle on it. I've also made the hood black as well. If I click preview, it will generate a mock-up of what everything is looking like. And you can see here that we now have a very simple hoodie, but it is also a cool hoodie because the front is gray, the back side is also gray if I switch this here. Now, technically I could have put something on the back, I just didn't for the sake of this video. You can see our graphics on the sleeve as well, and this to me see is the perfect example of what people mean when they say that simple sells. Ultimately, I could create 3 more versions of this with different colors, basically choosing different chest and sleeve and hood colors that look good together to basically achieve a look like this store has here. You can see that they basically have just 4 separate designs, the chest piece, but then the rest of the designs just have different backgrounds. That is ultimately what I am in the process of doing for a different niche than we have talked about today. And like I said, here on my channel, I'm going to continue going through this process with you, covering everything from store building to marketing and a whole bunch more. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you are just getting started, make sure to check out the free POD for Dummies course. Inside is over 30 videos showing you how to build your store and get started with all of the social media strategies that I'm going to be outlining in this new series here on my channel. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.